Yeah, I've started recording.
Thank you.
Okay. So it determines the scholarship that you get. For example, in my school or in other schools that I know of, for example, if you have very high IELTS, you can get maybe full tuition waiver. You understand? So it's strongly advisable you write your IELTS result because it determines the scholarship you will get. So you show them your IELTS results, your transcripts, your CV. In your CV, you put the things that you have done, what you have achieved. Okay, maybe you publish a journal paper, you have research experience. And one thing again, in Korea, research experience is very important. Even if, although you may not have excellent research experience, but at least show that you have some level of research experience. Okay, you have done something in your undergraduate, your thesis, write something good about it. Even if you have not published it, write something good about it. Okay, I did something related to this in my research, and I know that it will be helpful in your lab. That's why I said you have to check the lab. You have to know if they are compatible. The lab must be compatible with your research. Or it may not be exact, but at least let it be very close or similar. Comfort, you want to say something? Okay. So it must be very compatible with what you have done before. For example, in your undergraduate, for example, now, let's say you're undergraduate, you're working something on, maybe you are an engineering student, you're working something on power system, and you want to do your master's. You cannot say you want to do maybe you want to do another thing entirely completely different from what you have been doing before, or you want to do agriculture now. No, it's not possible. It has to be very close to what you are doing before, because they check your transcript. They check your transcript and see, okay, is this person compatible with what they are doing? You understand? And when they do, they will schedule a meeting with you that, okay, this person, let me see what this person has. Please don't lie when you are writing your CV. We all know that you may exaggerate, but please make your exaggeration be what you know. Don't write what you don't know. Okay, for example, in my field now, MATLAB, we work with MATLAB. Okay, I'm a beginner in MATLAB. Not that you write something that you have not done before. Everybody knows a beginner in MATLAB doesn't know everything, but at least you know something. Don't write something you have not worked on. Don't lie in your CV, because when you lie, you create the impression that you are a boss, and you are not. Even if the professor accepts you, when the cards are down, the secrets will come out. You understand that, okay, this person doesn't know it. So please try to learn how to use English, but please try to minimize the exaggeration. Try to reduce it and express yourself in a clear way and simple way. Don't be too extra. Okay, now that I've talked about how I came to Korea, let me now talk about my experience in Korea. I think my experience in Korea has generally been good in terms of advancement in technology. Korea is a very advanced country. Things that people think that, why would I come to Korea? Something, language and this, language and that. But I would like to tell you that in the school environment, because most times you're always in the school environment, people speak English. That's in the school environment, people speak English. So it's easy for you to communicate with people, fellow international students, even your professors, because they understand English. So in most cases, you don't have to worry about the language barrier or language entity, because in most cases, English is the language of communication. So apart from that, also the general cultural environment, Asians are generally nice, at least within the university environment, generally nice. And you get some things, how will I put it, like some things are within the country, things are cheap. The money has value within the country. Yeah, let me put it like that. The money has value within the country, because when you are a professor student, you receive some stipend, you receive your money for your work. It's just like working in a lab. Also in Korea, the most important thing is your research. Although we do coursework most of the time, sometimes we do coursework, but the most important thing is your research. How many papers are you able to publish? Because that's what they are using to evaluate you. Your research outputs, That's why you have to be really sound in research. Even if you're not sound, when you have to improve yourself, because that is what they use to grade you. Okay, in terms of research, what are you good at? What have you been able to achieve as a master student? How many papers do you have? How many things do you have as a PhD student? For example, in my lab, when I came to the lab, my professor told me that, okay, I need to publish one journal paper to graduate as a master student. I think that's a general requirement for every master student in Korea. You have to at least publish one paper, one journal paper. For PhD, I think you have to publish like 4 journal paper, because they put more emphasis on your research output. What can you able to achieve? Research is very important. It's very key in Asia. Asia in general, they value research more than any other thing. Maybe in UK, they value coursework and everything, thesis based and everything. But in Asia, your research is very, very important. So that's why they normally assess students that they believe have good research output, that potential. Let me put it like that. They have research potential. Okay, I am this student. If I train this student, he can give me a good research output. That's what they are looking for. So you have to always show them that, okay, professor, if you assess me, I think I can be able to give this research output to you. Show your potential to them. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, okay. That's a great one. Japan is similar to what are they calling the name?
Korea.
To Korea, because it's almost the same thing. Most of the scholarship from Japan is also basically from what are they calling the name? It's also as a result of embassy recommendation and professorship. So it's almost similar. So I don't want to dwell too much on that, but let me just quickly say why you need to come to Japan. Let me quickly share whiteboard. Sorry, I don't have my slide. That's why I'm trying to use share. Let me see. Let me paste. Can I paste? I'm supposed to write text. Sorry, if I can't do it, then I have to stop. But anyways, I can drop it in the chat anyways. Why you need to come to Japan? Japan is the destination of the world. It's a tourist destination. That's number one. Then also, just like Korea, Asia are quite high tech, highly developed. Then also, it's a world-class education in Japan here, just like in South Korea. Interactive culture. Then you also have a convenient and conducive living environment and safe and secure infrastructure. You also have diverse international students. Then the next thing I should go is how you can come to Japan, actually, or how you can come to Japan. I'll talk about institutions. For those who want to come to Japan, there are basically 5 pathways you can come to Japan. I've explained it before in so many of my tweets. One of the pathways you can come to Japan is through university or junior college. You can come also by graduate student application or College of Technology, as well as specialized training colleges and Japanese language institutions. Those are the 5 pathways in which you can use to come to Japan to study. Now, somebody will say, is language a barrier? Language is not a barrier. English is a global language, and no language can eradicate English. In fact, Japanese are striving to want to learn to speak and use English in their daily life. In fact, it is predicted that the future of Japan might be a bilingual country, English and Japanese. Now, how can you come to Japan? Basically, people come to Japan by scholarship because you can't pay the tuition fee. The tuition fee is not like in Britain where they allow you to come, you start working and you start paying. No. So most times, it's through scholarship. But basically, we have just 3 types of scholarships, or 5. Let me just say 5. But for this thing, it's basically 3. We have through International Student Acceptance Promotion Program. There are some schools. Oh, sorry, I keep sending the message to you directly. Please help me change it to people in the public. Okay. So in Japan, you can come through international student acceptance promotion program, or you can come as overseas student, whereby they support you. Then through Japanese government, basically through what are they calling the name? Through the embassy, as well as mailing supervisors. There's just one scholarship in Japan, it's called the MEX. But the truth is, there are so many scholarships within Japan. But finding your way into Japan to harness those scholarships is the main thing. There are so many students that came as private students, but they were able to access other scholarships. But the most prominent one everybody know from outside that will bring you in is MEX. So, and that's either part, you can either do through embassy recommendation or university recommendation. University recommendation entails professor, whereby professor will recommend to university and university brings them. So those are just the pathways in which you can come to Japan. There are also other types of scholarships, but they have different categories. You have the ADF or ADB scholarship. You have the JICA scholarship. You have so many Japan Development, JDA. There are so many, but most of those ones, they are either for civil servants in other countries, or most times Nigeria. Yeah, Nigeria always have it too, but it kind of has to do with more of a training of civil servants and government employees. So that's just a brief summary about Japan from my own end. If there's any question anybody would like to ask, please, we are open to questions now. It's a questioning stage. There's no way you can, maybe before I end, there's no way you can come to Japan without also many professors. We've heard about SOP writing and the likes, writing IELTS. It's not compulsory really, but it's an added advantage. So those are the things that we must know. So if anybody wants to ask questions, you are free to ask now, please. We are taking questions now. Mr. Usman, you want to speak? Mr. Usman. Mr. Usman.
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Yeah, you want to speak?
Yeah.
Okay.
There is this question that I want to ask. First of
Japan
all,
or South Korea?
I would like to thank the two presenters for their well done job.
Okay.
My question is to both of you. I think anyone can answer the question I'm going to ask. It is about the scholarship funding that one can get. Can someone get fully funded scholarships in any Asian country? Maybe either Japan, Korea, or even China.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my question.
Okay, I would answer, and Mr. Tofopefun, yeah, very, very lovely name anyway. Yeah. Would also answer you. Basically, you can come from fully funded scholarship in any of, particularly in Japan, it's fully funded. They even pay your flight for you to come. So they pay for your flight, you come in, then you become a student, and they sustain you throughout the period. Whether if it's MSc, are you coming for MSc or PhD?
Yes, I'm coming for MSc. Graduate school, MSc. Yeah.
Good. That's 2 years. If you are doing 2 years, they pay you for the 2 years 144,000 or 145,000 a year. That's enough for you, and you can also work part-time for 28 hours every week. So
I understand.
You can get fully funded. Just get a professor to recommend you to the university.
For a particular university, yeah.
Yes.
And please, any guideline on how to get contact with the professors, as in how to know the professors and select which one to text or which one to email.
Okay. For example, for me now in Japan, it's quite easy. You just go to the university website. The professors' names are listed in the university website. In fact, you can contact the graduate school and tell them you want the list of their professors. They will gladly give it out to you.
Thank you for this information.
So yours is just to streamline your search. Okay, which professor matches my interest? So that it will better your chances of acceptance. So that's
Yeah,
that's
I
it.
yeah, I
Don't
understand.
just shoot your shot anyhow. You streamline
Yeah,
it
yeah,
to what you want to do. Yeah. So I'll leave
Thank you.
Mr. Tofopefun to add
Oh.
up to what I've said.
Okay. Very glad for the response from you. Thank you.
The same thing. Korea is almost the same thing as Japan. It's just the same thing. Like I said, you just have to go to the universities, like list of universities. Like, okay, let me send you a link. I will send you a link now.
Yeah,
I should also leave him a link with Asia. This website has everything you need to know about Japan. All the schools in Japan, professors, everything. You'll find it in this website. So I'll drop it
I'll
with
be
you now.
grateful.
This website I sent you has a list of all the universities in Korea. So you will just check the list and search each university for your department that you are looking for, and then check for the professors, because each professor has like a lab website. Then you click on the lab website and you read about the professor. You assign and check, okay, this professor, is he looking for students? Is this research interest in line with your own? You understand? Then you will send emails to the professor and they say, okay, I'm interested in pursuing a master's degree or pursuing a PhD degree. In Korea, there are two ways of getting scholarship. The scholarship is divided into two. Number one, tuition waiver and stipend. That means you get tuition waiver for this school fees. That means you don't have to pay school fees.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Then the stipend for the money you be collecting per month. That's the money you be collecting for your research experience. That's your research research work. So the money you be collecting depending on the professor. It's actually depending on the professor and your output. Yeah. So you collect money for your research, then you collect tuition waiver for school. Tuition. That means you have to pay school fees.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you, Sas.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you, Sas.
Yeah. A website I've also been sent to you. If you use the website very, very well, you don't have problem. That's the only website that connects all schools in Japan. Everything you need to know about studying in Japan is in that website. There is a list of universities in Japan. There's a particular link. I've downloaded the document, but I don't know how to send using Zoom, the document, sending to Zoom. So that's just a challenge. If anybody has question, please let us ask.
Yes, please. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for the section so far. My question is going to go to Mr. Tofopefun.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry, Olayiwola. Let me just use Olayiwola.
Yeah.
Let me not pronounce it. Okay, yes. Since you're in South Korea, although the research, not even the research, the scholarship, actually looking out for is in non-STEM, but I think you've been speaking towards science and research so far.
Yeah.
Well, my question actually is the
what's
application
your non-STEM? Sorry, please. What's your non-STEM?
Accounting, finance and accounting.
Okay. Go ahead, please. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So my question is really as regarding to applying for JKS, because I've actually like gone through the applications for last year and all of that, but there's this confusing part that I still do not get.
Okay.
There's this part that says that you like before you submit your documents, you have to like get them certified or sort of like that. Then another part that speaks to you having to like submit a verification document of your parents. So I'm really like very confused as to like in Nigerian, what document is going to suffice, international passport and like NIM. Like I really do not get. I think those are like my major questions.
Okay.
Other ones would have been related to my course, but I'll leave that for now.
Okay. For the verification documents, relating you and your parents together, right?
Yeah, that's one part. Then the other one is how to like verify your academic document, because I know I saw something about having to submit apostle.
Yeah, I understand. Let me explain. Don't mute yourself. Just let's talk. You understand? For the verification for the document related to your parents, your birth certificate is enough now.
There's this part like they said you have to like prove that your parents are they are indigene of the country you say they are.
That I'm
So
saying your birth
aside from
Yeah.
certificate, your birth certificate, your birth certificate.
okay,
Do you have birth
prove
certificate?
that my parents. Sure, I do.
So
That's enough now.
So in addition, in
okay.
addition, what another thing she can do to maneuver that part is that she can write a sworn affidavit.
Affidavits, in the
We
court.
sworn affidavit. We definitely do, and Asia really take sworn affidavits for most of the things application. So you can do a sworn affidavit and have an attestation that is to this. You just have a statement that Mr. So and so and so on so and so date gave back to you on so and so. Are you getting the statement? So that will be
yes,
the content,
please.
and that they reside in. They want to know that they reside. They are from. See,
They're from
let
that
me
location.
help you. You said they are indigene of Nigeria, from so state, from so town.
Let me add something. You can even combine. You can combine like 3 documents together. Like for example, me. What I did was that I combined my birth certificate, NIN, then affidavit together. You understand? So I was able to prove beyond doubt that this person is my parent. Hello? You just
can hear you.
Yeah. So can you mute yourself? It's like there's sound. Okay. So you prove beyond that these people are your parents. You understand? You just combine documents that prove together that these people are your parents. Then for the authentication of your document, you have to go to Abuja. That's the Ministry of Education. Ministry of Education and Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Abuja. You ever go to the Ministry of Education to authenticate your document. That's to verify that document. That's your WAEC results, your university certificates, your primary school. If you want to do your primary school, but most times it's just WAEC and your university transcript and certificate. Then you take to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They will help you legalize it document. That's what they're asking for. You take it to the Ministry of Education and Ministry of Foreign Affairs. That's where you can do those 2 things that you said you want to do. I hope you understand.
Yes, please. I get that. So my last question will be to the fact that you mentioned that coming to South Korea, that it's advisable to like have to take the English test.
Yeah.
Or IELTS. Yeah, but I also want to ask, like, is it, I don't know, from your perspective, would you rather have someone take this test or write topic? Like which is like
what's the exam you call?
Topic the
Korean
language.
Okay, can you mute yourself? Okay. I would advise you to write the IELTS English test, because the topic is just for, how will I put it, when you get to university, most likely you still have to learn Korean again. You understand? So to me, it doesn't really add any additional anything, because even me, as I said, my course is in English, but still I'm learning Korean this semester. So I don't really see the importance of the topic. The IELTS results is what determines the level of scholarship you will get in most cases. Some schools, they'll look at, okay, this person has maybe 7. Okay, give him full tuition waiver. This person has like 5 or 4. Give him like half tuition waiver. You understand? So it's just a trick. It's a trick I would recommend for you, that please just write it. You don't have a problem now. You understand English now. So you don't have to be afraid. Just write it and forget about it and use it. Submit all the documents possible. I hope you understand.
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Mr. Joseph.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Please, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Please, my question is towards the GKS scholarship. You said earlier in your presentation that the IELTS is very important document when you're applying for the GKS scholarship.
No. I never said for the GKS. So I only said for the professional scholarship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to know the GKS scholarship without the IELTS, since it's competitive. How my chances of getting the scholarship would they affect it if I don't have the IELTS?
Actually,
I'll get that.
I think you most likely misunderstood me. I never said IELTS was compulsory for JKS. I was specifically talking about the professor scholarship. Do you understand?
Okay.
For the professor scholarship, you need the IELTS because most likely the lab that is responsible for giving you the funding. You understand? And so they want to prove that, okay, this person understands English now and everything. You understand? Well, for the JKS, I don't think IELTS is that important. I don't know if important, but the JKS is very, very important. JKS is very, very competitive. Very, very competitive. And people, I know people, a large portion of Nigerians that are in Korea came through professor scholarship because it's very easy.
Okay.
You understand? It's very easy to get. Once you just get a professor and the professor accepts you, you have already entered. You understand? But JKS, you have to go through many processes, and again, the slot is very few. Like how many people? Maybe 5 or 10 people now. You understand? But the professor scholarship, everybody once the professor just accepts you, that's all. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, for the professor scholarship, you also mentioned that concerning my research, I did my thesis on pharmaceutical chemistry, on the area of pharmaceutical chemistry, but my research interest is in environmental chemistry. So in that way, how would I be able to link the two, since my research interest is in environmental chemistry?
Exactly.
Specifically for organic pollutants. I just want to research on that area.
You are the one that studied chemistry, you understand? You studied chemistry and you know what you want to do. You understand? You have to show the professor that you know what you want to do.
Okay.
You understand? You read his papers, you read his lab, you understand. It's not just about sending mails to professor that, okay, I'm interested in your lab. You have to show that, yes, show you why you are interested, show you what you have done, show you what you can do. You understand? Okay, you have worked in this part, but you want to work on this part. You have read enough papers, you have read his papers, you have read everything, you have digested everything, you know. Prove beyond doubt that, yes, I am the qualified person.
Okay.
And please, when you are sending mails to Korean, please try to use simple English.
All right.
Yes, you don't have to write too much grammar that will almost bust somebody's head. Just simple English that everybody understands. I'm not saying they don't understand English or they understand it, but I'm just saying it's easier to, you understand, make this easier for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Do we see our people who would like to ask questions?
Please ask any question. Please ask any question. Any question, you're welcome. Please.
Mr. Usman, I've sent you the mail. Gambate.
Yes, sir. I've seen it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
So, Mr. Joseph, any other thing you would like us to
Candy, any question?
Your doubts? Okay.
I don't have any other question. Thank you.
Okay.
Candy, you said you studied accounting, right?
Okay, actually, I did not study accounting.
What did you study?
My case is quite long. That's why
Are you interested in languages, Candy?
Sorry?
Are you interested in languages?
Yeah, I am actually. I studied mass comm actually, but right now I'm into like finance.
Okay, you are into finance. Your work experience is in finance.
Yes, right now, yes.
Okay, mass communication. Okay, do you have a BSc, HND, OND, which?
BSc mass comm.
I don't think you would like to come back to mass comm. Do you have what it takes to remain or more qualified in terms of finance or accounting? Have you written ICANN? All those professional exams?
I'm currently writing ICANN. I currently work as an auditor. So like lately I've actually been like doing things that I feel like could put me out there into like the finance world, yeah. So at least I feel like overall I've been studying mass comm, so I have like something that relates to finance. But explain it. I'm not like still trying to like research more on the scholarship. Not like I'm planning my own things or anything. I just like get an understanding. Okay, when I want to do this, this is how to go about them. While also like preparing ahead for that.
Okay. I get you first time. I can only wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So to just Mr. Hello, sir. Are you there?
Yeah.
Mr. Olayiwola. Okay. So any other thing you would like to add? I just want to say it's kind of surprising that we don't have people in Asia.
I'm very
It's
surprised.
very surprising. Yeah, it shows that we are not doing a lot of publicity. However, Asia is the new gateway.
I'm telling you.
Many of us know.
Let me.
Yeah.
You are not doing enough publicity, especially Scholar Tofopefun. They are not doing enough publicity for Asia.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
now the way Scholar Aaron started gingering about Australia. I just checked the Australia and getting to want to go there. Scholar Tofopefun, do something now.
Asia comes with
stress.
With limitation. Yeah, stress. It comes with limitation. The language limitation is a discouraging factor.
Yeah, I understand the language limitations, but I think
you know another one is gastrointestinal limitation. Don't let me do it.
Food.
Food. Hey, when you are not compatible with the food.
The food issue is everywhere actually. Even in the US, the shawarma I ate 2 days ago.
You are eating shawarma. Why do they know about shawarma?
Issues everywhere. It's not just Asia. You especially if you come here and you're not be able to do. You're not able to eat anything because your taste bud, is still if you taste anything, it's like trash, So I think food is not really. If it's food that is making somebody
it's actually the stress because coming into Asia, once you get into Asia, there are enough scholarship in Asia than what we see outside.
I'm telling you.
That's just yes.
Let me tell you something now. For example, now in my school, in Korea in general, you get scholarship per semester now. You understand? Per semester. So there are a lot of scholarship openings. You understand? A lot of openings that are there, but you don't know.
Well, you have to be there. You have to be there first. For example, I have a Nigerian who came to my school. He had no funding, but by the time he arrived, he talked to the school for waiver, and they waived the tuition fee. He was just paying. He's just looking for his living expenses. And definitely, when Japan gives you scholarship, they still give you 28 hours to work. They are giving you scholarship. They still give you 28 hours to work.
Yeah,
so that you can even extra. So
people could pull out public.
We have, I'm trying my best.
Now that is into that space, let people know about this place. Even Thailand, even talk to what's his name?
Olumide.
Mide James. Thailand scholarships, like those guys. People need to start organizing Twitter space on Asia. Guys, we would be at least we need more people.
And one thing again is Asia is like the gateway. You can come to Asia and get a lot of experience, like big experience.
Mr. Dr. Olowookeere from Asia, South Korea to Germany, from Germany to Canada. It's the pathway.
Points. Use him as a reference point. I know he's scholar in Thailand. He already has many supervisors already. So for this fall 2023, so please, like people should do something. I will start dragging people down because me I don't understand, especially scholar. You just call for bands and you run away. It's only fans I used to see you doing on Twitter. So please, people should come out and start talking about.
It's time to leave.
But Comfort, your face is shining. How many weeks have you spent?